Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space, everybody. So in today's video we are going to cover ICP, its recent price action, and of course a couple of charts that are going to help us to understand of where we are currently in the market. So if you are new, please consider subscribing, and now without any further ado, let's hop into ICP itself. So ICP is currently sitting at $12.45, which is high, which is up 4.4% in the last 24 hours, which is obviously great. And market cap is sitting currently at 5.7 billion USD, with 24-hour trading volume sitting at $101.8 million. So as we can see over here on that chart, ICP looks very bullish short term, but I am going to show you a couple of things that are going to suggest that ICP is just getting started. So first of all, let's have a look at that comparison, guys. Okay, so we can see how fast ICP is going without any outages, just like Solana does, right? Obviously Solana is very quick. However, it has network problems that it experienced not that long ago, just 2 or 3 days ago. So that is a bit of a bummer for Solana, but obviously it's a good for ICP because it obviously outperformed a competitor of Solana in the speed and lack of outages, which is great. Obviously, I'm not going to even talk about Ethereum. We can see how slow Ethereum is in terms of the speed. And Cardano, I would say so. However, ICP obviously is much faster. So let's hop into bit of a news for ICP. So as we can see over here, ICP is constantly developing. There are more and more meetups of ICP and Divinity, which is obviously great. This network is alive, especially their marketing and their integrations with many other brands. As we can see over here, that is pretty much another meetup over here in Spain. So that is very good for ICP. And now let's speak some numbers. TVL is currently sitting at $34.3 million, which is obviously not a lot if we are going to compare it to Solana, etc. However, as I said, ICP is getting started. We see that huge spike in terms of TVL and then big cash out. Probably people did cash out their staked ICP. Resting for sure, we can see that this is a trend up very little, but still. So let's have a look at core developers. As we can see over here, that speaks for itself. We can see how big of a candle of February we have right now in comparison to what we saw 2 days ago when I did the last update. So I think, that speaks for itself. If that wouldn't be enough, as we can see over here, established developers are currently growing exponentially, which is obviously great. And ICP, the total stake ICP is currently sitting at 47.9%. So obviously not a lot of change, but that is something that we do have to bear in mind and keep track of. Now that is basically a balance on exchanges for ICP, right? So as we can see over here, ever since 2 days ago, ICP balance on exchanges went up, and now it's pretty much being bought up, and there is less and less of ICP being available on exchanges, which is obviously bullish long term, because if we are going to zoom out this chart, as we can see, that is very, very big downtrend in terms of the balance on exchanges. However, one thing to bear in mind is that we are going to experience of an unlock of 3.3 million ICP into the market on February 11th, and we are going to experience them every single month. So that is something to bear in mind. However, I do think that demand for ICP is huge, and even if we are going to see spike in terms of balance on exchanges, that is nothing, because people are accumulating ICP. So let's finally have a look into ICP's price. As we can see over here on the 4-hourly time frame, ICP is printing beautiful uptrend over here and higher highs. So that is obviously bullish on its own. However, if I'm going to switch on the daily now, as we can see over here, we've got this bullish triangle, ascending triangle in play on the daily. So obviously it's going to be probably up to it's going to finish, I would say, on the 1st of March. So we have around 3 weeks until we are going to leave that zone. However, momentum could be that big that we will gonna break out much faster. So we're probably gonna see something like this, right? We're going to see much higher price over here, up to $14 according to this model. Then we are going to see a breakout to either to the upside or to the downside. So target for the downside will be around $7. or upside is going to be above that resistance that is currently sitting at $24. We could, you know, see even a bit more if injection of money is going to be that big. So as you can see on that model over here, that confirms that we could see a bullish momentum coming for ICP, which is obviously great. And why do I think it's going to happen? Because if we are going to look at Bitcoin chart, that is daily chart over here on BTC. So if we are going to have a look at that, BTC is pretty much printing inverse head and shoulders, which is obviously a bullish momentum. So if that is going to come into fruition, I don't see why ICP would lose in the coming weeks. That is obviously great. We see a big spike in terms of price for BTC, and I do believe that ICP is going to pretty much see much higher prices soon. So as we can see over here, obviously that is a model of inverse head and shoulders that is being printed for BTC currently. So I do believe that February is going to be much bigger than 7.4% for ICP. Obviously that is still being printed, but that's something to bear in mind, is that ICP already did 7.4% in the month of February, which is obviously just 8th of February today. So let's have a look at a couple of charts for alts in order to put ourselves into perspective. So indicators turns bullish. So altcoins have just crossed the upper band of the Gaussian channel that turned green. This happened only in 2020 and 2016, followed by an altcoin season. This is a very bullish signal. So that is very great. If not, now I'm basically putting all of this into perspective, and I do see, based on everything that I'm showing you in this video, I do see ICP going higher in the coming weeks. And now Altcoin's market cap is currently in this belief stage, which is usually followed by alt season. So this has occurred in 2016 and 2020 period. So as we can see over here, we are currently in that bluish rectangle, and yes, we could see a little bit of a spike in terms of alts, right, and a little bit of boring action. However, once we are going to enter this gray box, that is going to be great for ICP. So we are weeks, perhaps 2-3 months away, in my personal opinion. Of course, not a financial advice, guys. Nothing in this video is a financial advice, so please treat these videos strictly educational and entertainment purpose. But all right, let's have a look at this beautiful chart over here. So if most people out there realize that altcoins are actually just copying the 2013-2018 cycle on a larger scale, they wouldn't be so scared. So as we can see over here, we are basically at the same zone as we were in 2016, and we are going to pretty much leave it very soon for alts. So as we can see, guys, everything that I'm showing you looks very, very bullish. And now altcoin market cap broke out of the massive Wyckoff accumulation phase. Price is currently consolidating above the point of breakout, expecting an explosive move soon. So as we can see over here, before we are going to enter that phase E out of that Wyckoff accumulation zone, we could see, according to this chart, we could see a little bit of pullback. However, that is just going to be short-lived, in my opinion. We are going to approach that phase E, and we are going to experience parabola on ICP. So coming back to the chart, I do believe that market is quite strong and bullish at the moment, and ICP could see bigger injection of money, and we could see ICP at $24 in the coming weeks. All right then, I hope that you have enjoyed that quick ICP update, and yeah, that's about it. Peace and love, crypto.